These two guys, Drake and Future, got a beef. There's a lot of beef going on right now, and the rumor is
It's a lot of rumors.
there's a woman that's in the middle of it.
Well, it's always a woman. And I'm gonna tell you this real quick. For every man's downfall, and these dudes ain't downfall. Drake, I'm gonna say it again, is a top tier artist. Is he in the top 5 lyricists? I don't know. Is he one of the top in pop? He's one of the top in the music industry. He has to keep competing. And Future is also in the top. And me and him have a disagreement. He looks at Future. The only reason why he blew up, even where he at today, is 9 years ago when he dropped a mix and album with Drake. But you gotta understand, bro. Women will destroy you by information, by default. And when you listen, rappers in this industry, even in my industry, we are in the entertainment industry. We do a lot of shit. Nightclubs, night events. We in Miami. We in Vegas.
Entertainment.
We all over the place. You know what I mean? And you see it. The same type of business partner or artist, they fuck with the same women. And it's, I don't know why. Because that's the circle they in. And for some reason,
I think it's because those women keep showing up. Like a Dre and Michelle, she keeps showing up. You've seen all the pictures we had with her a couple weeks ago when we talked about her.
She's in everything.
Every event with every celebrity in the last 15 years, it seems like.
Yeah.
So if you're constantly there, you're going to be constantly the one that gets taken home. But the point is, this woman is denying it. She said, her name's Diana, a.k.a. Princess Diana.
Okay.
Nobody's beefing over me. She said in her Instagram live. People believe that it had to be her since one of the album's songs was titled Magic Don Juan, Princess Diana. But according to her, this isn't the case. I'm not that important. I'm just a regular girl. I'm just a regular person. It ain't about me.
She's a regular girl who's been knocked up by a guy.
He belongs to the streets.
Who's a mother. And for some reason, Drake like going at women with children, right? And Future don't care because he's Future and he's a superstar too. But
so what do you think it is then? If she's right and it's not really that, what is your opinion on why this is happening?
My opinion is this. Listen, my opinion is this. And you listen, look at, we got a cover and it's dope for this subject. And listen, like and subscribe, follow us on every platform. Super thanks. Cash Money Dream Podcast. We here, we ain't going nowhere. It's your boy Cash. And listen, I'm gonna tell you my opinion, what I think, and from what I have seen, and for what other people have said on the market of what's being said on the internet. But it starts with Drake and Future had a collab years ago, and it was successful, and they made millions of dollars together. They did tours. They made a lot of money. Probably,
yeah, a lot of those songs were on the top of the charts for a
Drake
while.
made probably 20, 30 million off of this Future run that he did within a decade, okay?
They're still making money off those
exactly,
songs.
And Future's probably made 10, 15 million. But what happened was, when you got a producer, and his name is Metro Boomin, and he's the next, or he's already the biggest producer right now in the business, and you got an artist that actually have a loyalty to him. I mean, it comes down to, if you make promises and you don't keep them.
What promise?
Well,
who made a promise?
Well, allegedly, Drake made a reference that he would do another album with Future.
Allegedly.
And he backed out on it. And he did the album instead with 21 Savage. And
that's doing well too.
And that took a diss towards Metro Boomin, because he was allegedly supposed to be the producer of the album for Drake and Future. And that cost, I'm gonna tell you right now, if this is true, this probably cost Future $15 to $10 million. And it probably cost Metro Boomin $3 to $4 million. That money they could have made doing the Future with Drake. But this is what happens. So
they're bitter?
I mean, you can say bitter, but I don't call it bitter. Because I think when you're in a business and you're making promises and it's money on the table, it's a business deal. I don't take it as bitterness, because if we make a deal together and we have a conversation that's off paper, this is why it's important as a man, you must do everything by contract.
Yeah.
This is why I keep telling you, man, if you sleeping with a woman or multiple women, you must have them under a contract so it's protecting you. Because when you be a millionaire or you're a multimillionaire, everybody's going to do whatever they can to try to destroy you. They only really fucking with you because you got money. And you know this. How many men have money and they only know that the women they sleeping with is only there because of the money. She's not really there because of you. And that's why you play the same game, right? This is a game for rappers too. This is I don't care how rich you are.
Got him.
This is a game for rappers too. You don't really have friends in the music industry. You don't. You don't really have friends. You don't. Everybody is there to take something from you. Everybody's there to try to get to your level or they try to destroy you. They're watching you, so you gotta be very careful. And Drake, he survived 2 decades almost, 20 years. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Actually, he survived.
That's the longest lifespan I've ever seen in hip hop.
So you got to understand. And listen, I don't think it's Drake. I think it's Universal.
Well, actually, I take that back. I think Kanye's been around longer.
I don't think it's Drake. I think it's Universal.
I don't know. I see. I'm not a Drake fan, but I respect the numbers because men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I respect his numbers, but what I want to say is, my opinion, it could be one of two things. It could be that he's just being a bitch about it.
Who?
Drake, and
Right.
that's why he did that.
Well, Drake,
or
listen.
this is B. This is the only other thing that could be, I think.
Yeah.
Or it could be maybe there's something that they did that he didn't like, or maybe they did something foul against him, and he's like, okay, fuck y'all, but he
Listen.
didn't go public like they're going, and he backed out because of that. You
listen.
can give him the benefit of the doubt.
You can
never know.
give whoever you want the benefit of the doubt. You can have your opinion. I can have mine. The industry can have theirs.
Yeah.
When you're in this business, there's a lot of egos that goes on into this business, right? There's a lot of personal vendettas, and there's people who would do anything to stay on top. Drake is that artist. He's willing to compete with anybody. He don't give a fuck who you are. And that's how Drake stays consistent. But it's not just Drake. It's his ghost writers, his producers, it's his engineers.
It's a whole team. It's not just one person.
It's not only that, it's his marketing team. Do y'all understand who Drake is fucking signed to? Y'all keep thinking it's Cash Money. No, it's Universal, okay? And go look at their record. Universal is not no fucking joke. And let me tell you something, I'm gonna say it again. Drake can he can say no to something, and then the label can say, well, Drake, you don't have a choice. And Drake can sit there and he can negotiate because he's in a position. He's
not a boss.
He's a boss, but he's not the main.
He's like a half boss.
Exactly. He's not the main boss when it comes to all his music and distribution. He's not. And this is why Jay-Z makes fun of Drake sometimes, and Kanye does. But Drake is still winning. He's outselling all these artists. Okay,
right. Kanye's got the number 1 track right now.
But Drake overall outsells everybody.
Yeah, he's got the most streams.
But point what it is Future is looking at like, look, this could have made me $10 million. And now I'm coming out with an album with Metro Boomin. Drake should have been a part of it, but you did a record with 21 Savage that's also making 21 Savage relevant and a lot of money. So it comes into jealousy. And for what it's saying is this female who's allegedly sleeping with both of them, but you got a baby father or a man you fucking with, and you got 2 kids, and you out here still fucking 2 other rappers. This is why I tell you, man, it's not safe for a man, because this is what Future's saying. Stop being soft, Drake. We fucking go listen to this record, man. Future's talking about it in his new album. He's telling this nigga like stop being soft towards a female. We fucking the same female. But what they're saying is she's running to Future, telling all the shit that's Drake saying to her, and Drake is in his feelings talking to this woman. Now, keep in mind, she's an Instagram chick, right? She got a fat ass, tattoos all over her body. I mean, she's an attractive woman for one thing, sexual. That's it. She's nothing else interested outside somebody want to fuck her. But this is what you women like. Y'all want to be sexualized where men only look at you as a toy.
Well, we actually had, remember Mickey was on the show a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And she said it's because of validation. And you said by sex, you just open your legs a million times. She said that's actually a form of validation for women, is to just get fucked. And they feel validated when a man does that to them. So,
and this is why women
the body count
and
keeps
guess what?
rising.
And that body count keeps rising. And this is why culture and women are being destroyed, because truthfully, you're not programmed to do that. You're programmed to find one man and how can I say this? Reprocreate with that one man. You're not supposed to be sitting out here sleeping with 100 men or 20 men or 50 men, because
Stop it. Get some help.
you're losing a bit of your soul every time you give your treasure away to another man. But here's a girl who's an Instagram model who's sleeping supposedly with Drake, sleeping supposedly with Future, and and she's selling information to both of them, and she's still entertaining her boyfriend. I had to look for her, bro. I had to look this woman out, and I found her. I'm on her Instagram. She's got a whole bunch of pictures with a skinny, light-skinned dude with dreads, and she has a whole bunch of kids. And I can't keep believing that guys will sit here and entertain these women. I don't, and I'm gonna tell men like this. I like Future, I like Drake, but don't operate where you get a woman who a porn star pregnant and you have a child. Don't do that. And don't and don't operate where you're dealing with a woman that's ratting and willing to sell out another artist or another person. This is why Young Dolph didn't want to fuck with Yo Gotti, because he felt like he was telling on his boys. And listen, sometimes this can happen where you're dealing with a female. If she's an informant, she's an informant. And if it works for both of y'all, then cool. But listen, Future don't give a fuck. He's fucking every female he look at. He's a pop star just like Drake. And it's unfortunate. I would tell you right now, let's get off this subject. I think hopefully these guys can come back together and sit down and do a record because they work well together. And if you feel like Future is bitter because of Drake's success, I don't know.
I think. Listen, again, I'm not a Drake fan.
I don't know.
But I'm not going to say that. I'm going to
that.
respect his resume and what he does. There's probably a handful of songs that he's done in his career that I like. Outside of that, I don't care for his music. But
who's a bigger artist?
Drake.
Okay.
At the end of the day, so.
But who's
Drake,
a bigger artist?
What I want to say is he could make an album with any artist in it.
I agree, but do you say
not just Future and 21
Future,
Savage?
bro? Listen, bro.
He's the main character of these albums.
Who's a bigger artist?
Drake's the biggest overall.
Who's the biggest artist in the streets, though? It's not Drake. It's Future.
Well, I don't know.
I'm telling you.
I don't know.
Drake is the biggest artist if you're looking at him
but
as
what
the
makes
full
more
package.
Money, the street music or the fucking
it doesn't,
industry?
Well, guess
standard
what?
Music.
This is the same here. Perfect example. I'm glad you said
Kanye's
it.
new album.
Listen,
Is that a street album?
I'm glad you said that.
Kanye's number one right
Listen,
now.
I'm glad you said
song,
that.
Is it a street song? Think about it.
I'm glad you said that, and we're gonna get off the subject. I'm gonna ask you a question, a very simple question.
Yeah.
Rami, I'm gonna ask you a question, and then it's a reference to what you just said. Let me ask you a question. It's very simple. Who's a better comedian, Kevin Hart or Cat Williams?
I think it's the same as music. I think
Bro,
it's your
answer
opinion.
my question.
In my opinion,
All right,
but I can't give you a fact. My opinion is Cat Williams.
Okay, so
I'd rather watch Cat Williams.
Okay, so hold on. This is your opinion. Did you
Right.
say Cat Williams?
Yes.
I agree. Now, who's a bigger name, Cat Williams or Kevin Hart?
It goes same to the
No,
Drake thing I said.
bro. Who's
Kevin
a
Hart.
bigger actual name?
Like I said,
Hold
Drake
on.
is bigger,
Finish,
but I
let
don't
me
listen
finish.
to Drake.
Hold on.
I
Who's
told you that.
Bro,
It's the same thing.
Who's the bigger name?
It's the same thing.
Okay, but that's my question. Who's
Kevin
the,
Hart and Drake are bigger.
Okay, but listen, listen, just answer the question. Who's the bigger name between Cat Williams and Kevin
Hart.
Okay, so this
Well,
is what,
maybe now Cat Williams.
No. At
70
still
million views.
in movies and everything, still Kevin Hart. And the reason why is because in the streets, Cat Williams is relevant. And it does matter because, like Cat Williams said, I don't have to sell my soul and do all these contracts and sponsorships. I'm still a millionaire. I'm comfortable in my own skin.
And that's why I said I don't
And that's
Drake.
why I say Future, he doesn't care if he has 300 million. He doesn't care if he has 100 million. This nigga's spending $5 million a month in his lifestyle. Do you not listen to his music? This is what females want. This is what they want. They want the guy to go out and just don't care. They want the guy who spends money and living reckless. And Future's a dope artist making dope music. And yeah, he's not bigger than Future. I mean, he's not bigger than Drake. But he's big enough to stay relevant where women like that. And as long as he does that, he's relevant in the streets. Drake has the fame. Future does too. But Drake is bigger in the world scheme of music. But Future is running the streets. Trust me.
I like to quote, and I've been doing this for years.
Future running the streets.
I like to quote 50 Cent on this. When it comes to music conversations, I always love 50 Cent's quote. 50 Cent said, decade or more ago, the music business is about selling music.
Yeah.
And that's all it's about.
Yep.
If you're not selling music, what are you doing? So if the music industry is only about selling music and we have two musicians we're comparing and one's selling more than the other, again, I don't bump Drake, but he wins.
Drake wins overall, but in the streets, Future wins. So at the end of the day, listen, I listen. The last rapper that had the streets and the public. What artist was it? The last artist that had the streets and the publishers. Which artist?
I don't know. Off the top of my head, I think of DMX.
Tupac.
But I don't know.
DMX is
well,
cool.
DMX was
for
there
sure.
too. He had
DMX
Party
for sure.
Up.
But hold
That
on.
was a huge song.
DMX for sure. But
He came after
But the
Tupac.
biggest artist was Tupac Shakur. He ran the streets and he read the public. So
Same with Jay-Z.
So that's all
Jay-Z's more recent too that's done that.
So that's not too many artists that can run the streets and still run the pop or the culture of radio spins like Drake. So
Right.
that's all I'm saying. But let's move on. Let's see what happens. I want these guys to work it out. I do. I don't want to see these guys beef. I think for us as black people, we must keep making money and entertaining our positions so our legacies and our families can live off of us for the next 100 years.
Hey guys, what's good? It's your boy Cash Money Dream Podcast. Thank you for watching. Make sure you guys click over here to subscribe, and to watch more, click over here. And to keep this production going, because we're doing a lot of crazy work, make sure you guys on the bottom of the video do super thanks. We appreciate it. It's your boy Cash Money Dreams. We out of here.